Hi, I'm Pete Segar. I'm the metal sculptor behind the latest Rochester Art4Trails sculpture, Blast from the Past, which is located near the fire station in Silver Lake Park. I was really happy to be invited by Art4Trails to do this sculpture because I grew up in Rochester and I was able to incorporate many of the memories of my youth into that sculpture, and I'm looking forward to telling you more about that in this video. My sculptures are primarily made of welded steel, and rather than using coloring, most of my sculptures are monochromatic, focusing on using interesting shapes and textures to create a black and white photograph effect. Some examples include this African queen abstract table sculpture, this birch tree under the northern light sculpture made for a fireplace mantel. This is a bas-relief sculpture of Baptism Falls in northern Minnesota. And this is the steampunk buck made for a Polaris dealership. One of my newer sculptures is this tensegrity design. Tensegrity uses cables to support the weight, so it appears to float. And finally, my bear in 16,000 nails. You can see more of my work at my website, metalcraftersus.com. So now I'd like to tell you a little bit about the conception of the sculpture. It was about a year ago when I began thinking about this. I was really hoping to incorporate some of the elements of my memory of my youth in Rochester. And one of the things I recall was in the 60s and 70s, there was a huge rocket ship themed slide in Silver Lake Park. In fact, there were several similar slides in southern Minnesota and the region. These rocket slides were made by Miracle Playground equipment out of Grinnell, Iowa, and they were a huge hit with kids back in that time. I sought to incorporate some of the key elements of the design of that slide, like the tubular construction and the retro look, and I wanted it to be recognizable to parents, but also to make it more fun and kind of a fantasy piece to appeal to kids. The construction's primarily tubular steel and aluminum, although the flames are made of a dyed concrete, and the base is also a concrete shell that's removable. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. In case you'd like to learn more about my art, check out my webpage, metalcraftersus.com, or my Facebook page of the same name. I would be glad to talk to you about doing some special custom work of your own. Well, I hope you enjoyed Blast from the Past.